How does the brain respond to different types of memory encoding?
Have you ever struggled to remember a name but easily recalled a familiar word? That's because different parts of your brain handle different types of memory. Today, we'll explore how fMRI research uncovers these differences.
We investigated how the brain responds differently when encoding and recalling word pairs versus face occupation pairs using fMRI scans.
Participants studied either word pairs or face occupation pairs. They then took a recognition test while in an fMRI scanner. We focused on the hippocampus and fusiform gyrus, two brain areas known to play key roles in memory encoding and retrieval.
Let's start with word pairs. A study by Wibble et al. Showed that unrelated word pairs increase fMRI activity compared to related ones. Regions with reduced activity for related word pairs include the left inferior frontal and several temporal areas. This suggests that semantic processing becomes more automatic for related words. In our study, we saw activation in the right hippocampus but not the left. Since the hippocampus is crucial for memory, participants were likely focusing on remembering language. Meanwhile, in the fusiform gyrus, responsible for visual processing, showed little activation, which makes sense because it's more involved with visual information than words. Our data confirms strong left hippocampus activation, supporting its role in verbal memory. We also found increased left fusiform activity, which is linked to recognizing written words.
For studies looking at the brain activation for face word pairs, significant activations were observed across various medial temporal lobe structures. For example, a study from Hank et al. Found that areas such as the hippocampus and parahippocampus were activated during exposure to face word stimuli, suggesting that these areas work together in non conscious associative memory processes. In our own lab, we expected more right hippocampal activation for faces, but interestingly, we found it on the left. The right fusiform gyrus, however, showed the higher activation expected for face processing.
Our fMRI research highlights the distinct ways the brain processes different types of memory encoding. Word pairs primarily activate the left hippocampus and fusiform gyrus, aligning with the brain's involvement in verbal and written memory. On the other hand, while face word pairs also engage the hippocampus, our findings showed the unexpected left side hippocampal activation, contrasting with predictions of right side involvement for facial recognition. The right fusiform gyrus, however, confirmed its role in face processing. These results support previous studies while revealing new insights into how different types of information are encoded in the brain.